Welcome back everyone. In this video we are going to learn about all about text, like what is the typeface, the font size, weight, how to align it and all that. So let's dive in. First, let's learn about how to add text. It is very simple. Just go to top bar menu and as you can see we get this T button. So click on it and just click on the intro page again. You will get your text like this. Now you might be seeing lots of weird things like there is a lots of space in between them and all that. So we will fix that in a moment. There is a two method to add text. First one we saw is by clicking on the top bar menu, and also we can use a shortcut called T. Just press T on your keyboard and your mouse cursor will change into this plus icon, and you can just drag a box like this and you can put lots of text in it. So this is how you can add the text in the your page, or this one is the page, so we can add this in page. Oh, there is one thing I forgot to mention. Like when we choose only text and just click on it, we get a box, a small box, and we can't adjust it. We can adjust it after that, like this. But in some cases, we want a box that should be big in the length and the width, so we can drag it like this and we can add a bunch of text. So this is how we can add boxes and text. We can also adjust it like this. So let me delete this one for now, this one as well. Okay, I will keep this one. Now let's move on to the how we can do lots of things with text. Before we do that, let's learn about typefaces. So what is typefaces? A typeface is a set of characters of the same design. They include letters, numbers, punctuation marks and glyphi. There are thousands of typefaces available. It's important not to mix several typefaces. This can make your design feel fragmented and clumsy. So you have to careful curate and limit the uses of 2-3 typefaces. So most of the time when we designing wireframe, we go for the basic fonts like Roboto. I know Robot is boring, but but lots of people have to just have to get the idea what is the design. So we are using this boring font, that is Roboto. I know. Sorry, Roboto. I just do. So now let's move on to the font weight. A typeface can have many different types of styles or weights. For example, Roboto has like lots of style and weights. As you can see, it is uncountable for me. You can pause the video and you can count all of them. Thin, extra light, bold, extra bold. Those kind of font weight. Font weight can create hierarchy in your typography. Use a large weight to highlight the most important information and smaller for less important information. Now let's move on to the font size. This determines the scale and the size of your text. Figma represents font size in density independent pixels. Font size can also create hierarchy in your typography. So it's important to pick the right size of font on the right information. Make sure that your text is readable and it's never below 10 pt, that is 10 pixels. So as you can see, if I choose 10, you can see the font size is too small and it is kind of readable, but if we go below that, it might be not readable. So be aware of that. So that would make it unreadable for many readers. Now let's move on to the line height. Okay, so this is the line height. Currently it is 100%. We can adjust it for, like, let's say line height controls the gap between lines or text in paragraph. The line height should be between 120% to 145% of the font size, making the paragraph more readable. So if I increase like up to 400, as you can see, it is weird. But if I keep it like up to 120, okay, I can make it manually. So as you can see, it is more readable. When your line is too long, the reader will have to hard time focusing. So keep that in mind. Okay, so at the beginning of the video, I said we messed up the spacing. So now let's know how to fix the spacing and how to add spacing. Letter spacing determines the space between two characters. This can be helpful to set caption text. Also, don't confuse this with kerning, which is the process to adjust the space between two specific characters. So currently it's 20%, and if I go up to like let's say 6 or 7 like this, you can see now this is more readable and it does not look that weird. Okay, so paragraph spacing. Next one is paragraph spacing. Okay, for that I have to add some another random text. Bro, what is happening with you? Okay, now it's working. Let me add some random text like this. Consider this as a paragraph. I know it is not paragraph, but consider it as a paragraph. paragraph spacing. Set the distance between each paragraph. This can increase or reduce the space between each paragraph. It helps the user to focus by adding regular intervals, making the text more legible as well as readable. So if I increase the paragraph spacing like this, as you can see, it increases like this. So this is how you can add paragraph spacing. Now we have the option of resizing. Currently the box of the text is fixed size. We can choose auto width and auto height. I use the Figma a lot, but I never use this option a lot. But if you want, you can use this and it will adjust your text like this. So it totally depends on your design. Okay, next one is alignment. This determines how you will distribute the text within the confined space. Like horizontal alignments align your text on the x-axis, and vertical alignment aligns your text on the y-axis. So this one is for center and this one is for the right. I don't know. I never saw someone do this thing like on the right hand side. Most of the time text is in the left hand side or in the middle. And you can also use this one to align the text. So these are the basic methods. And if you want to get some more advanced options, like if you want to add let's say bullet points, or as well as okay, I forgot it. Let me go and check. Okay, so if you want to add make your text uppercase, you can do that. You can add underline and those kind of things, and you can do other things as well. Like we saw the alignment option, it is also available over here, but in this case we get one advantage, that is we can see preview. If I choose resize and if I go to auto width, it will show us the preview of that, how will it look after we add that effect, I will say. And also the underline, also the straight through and uppercase, lowercase and all that. You can also add bullet points. So these are all the basic text or font or top typeface settings you can do in the Figma. So remember one thing, the text content represents more than 80% of your design. It's important to learn these text properties and what they mean. This gives a good understanding of typography, focus on its utility and always put readability first. So that's all about text. So that's it for today's video. And I know there is a more things like how we can create text styles as well as body text and all that. So we will learn, these are kind of more advanced things, so we will learn those stuff in future videos. So that's it for today's video, and I will see you guys in the next one.